Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another Command Your Day. Hop on in the room. I hope that you're all doing well today. Come on in. Come on in. Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Liz. Happy Friday, Miss Gloria. Happy Friday. Good morning, Lilia. It's afternoon for you. Good afternoon. Good morning, everyone. Come on in. Double tap for me as you join. Double tap. Let me know how you're doing. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Come on in. Yes. It's afternoon for you. I got to keep that in mind. Hello, everyone. Come on in. Double tap. Share the stream out. Let somebody know I'm here. I'm live. Let me do the same. Let me share it out. Let's do that. Let's share it out. Good morning, Manuel. Good morning, Lisa Fire. Good morning. How are you? How are you doing? It's fine. Don't have to. Okay. All right, Lilia. All right, everyone. All right. Double tap, share it out. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you. I appreciate it. Good morning, Hugo. How are you? Feel like I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? How are you doing today? Good morning, good morning. Double tap, share the stream out. Let's get the numbers up. Let's get them up. Let's get them up. Good morning, Duke. How are you? Good morning, Patty. How are you? Good morning, Rome. Hi, Marie. And Marie. Good morning. How are you? You're doing fine? Okay, great. Hello, JR. Good morning. Good morning to you. Church of Christ, how are you? Good morning. Welcome to the room. Welcome. Hello, Adam. Thank y'all so much for coming in the room. Double tap, share the stream out. Let somebody know I'm here. I'm live. Welcome. If you're new here, I'm Anika V. Brown, Master Life Coach and Mentor with a focus in productivity and mindset. Welcome to my virtual space. Get connected. Hit that follow button so you will get the notification whenever I go live. I'm live here Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So get connected. I'm in the U.S. I'm in the U.S. Yes, Adam, I value education. That's why. I value education. Not just a face, I got a brain too. Good morning, Eileen. I loved last night. My phone died, so I didn't get to say goodbye. That's okay. That's all right. It was really good. Good morning, Vaughn. How are you? How are you doing? Hello, Michael. Good morning, everyone. Double tap for me. Share the stream out. Let's get the numbers up. Hello, Pete. Hello, Roland. How are you? How are you doing? You're fine? Okay, great, great, great. Hello, should I say Henry? Henrietta. Good morning, Dragonfly Girl. How are you? How you doing? All right, we're going up. The numbers are going up. Good morning again and welcome to the room. For those of you who are new, welcome to my virtual space. This is where we gather to get our mindset in the right place and set our intentions for a productive day. Good morning, Relento. Oh, you're from Colombia. Welcome to the room. All right, we're well over 100. Good morning again. Welcome, welcome. I'm Anika V. Brown, Master Life Coach and Mentor with a focus in productivity and mindset. Welcome to my virtual space. I'm here live Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Get connected by hitting the follow button. Yes, it did. It did. That's true. The week is pretty much done, right? Snuck up on us. So get connected, hit that follow button. If you have any questions for me, you can always feel free to send me a message and I'll be happy to answer. Now, we like to get started here with our gratitude check-in. We practice gratitude every day. Good morning. Really, how are you? We practice gratitude every day because we do believe that it helps us to sit in that space of an abundance mindset. So go ahead and drop in the comments some things that you're absolutely grateful for today. Go ahead and drop them in the comments. They don't have to be anything big, anything fancy. No, what are you grateful for today? Go ahead and drop it in the comments. Let me know. Good morning, Rebecca. Thank you so much for coming in the room. Thank you. I'm so grateful for all of you. Absolutely grateful for you showing up here. You could have been doing anything else with your time, but you've chosen to come sit with us and get our mindset all together. Grateful for the big three. Awesome. Grateful for all of it. Grateful for a place together. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate all of you. So again, we practice gratitude. We're not complaining. We're not sitting around and complaining about what we don't have and who's not here and what's missing. No, we're finding things in our lives to be grateful for. They may not be big and fancy, but we're absolutely grateful for them because it could have been another way. It could have gone another way. Could have been worse, right? We always have to keep that in mind. Grateful for life, strength, food, my career, strategies, perseverance, and a day off. I love that for you. I love that for you. Hey, Koki, good morning. How are you? You're a lot of happy. I am. I'm blessed. I am so blessed, my friend. I'm not complaining. Everything is not perfect, but I am blessed and I'm grateful for that. So that is why I'm happy. I don't ever wear my issues on my face. I don't. Maybe back in the days, before I got to the maturity level that I'm at, you could tell that there was something wrong with me. But now, at this mature level that I'm at, and my increased faith in God and my increased understanding in who He is and how He works, I won't wear my issues. You won't get that. All right? It doesn't matter what I'm going through. You won't get that. You won't know unless I tell you. All right? Grateful for you. Oh, thank you, Patty. Thank you so much. Grateful for everything. Awesome. Grateful for the big three. And I did the work. Yes, love it. Love it. Thank you for the daily heart me. I'm grateful for all of the things I take for granted or feel entitled to. I love that for you. I love that for you, Liz. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Let's see, it went by so fast. Ooh, let's see. Hello, Luis. How are you? Let's try to catch up. I've never been to Brazil. No. I've never been there. One day I will. Gratitude for each day because a new opportunity to learn every day. Awesome, Mallory. I love that. I love that. Good morning, Global Chick Venture. How are you? How are you doing? Hello, Veronica. All right, awesome. So that is our gratitude check-in. We're 168 deep. Good morning, Charles. How are you? How are you doing today? Now, we've made a promise to ourselves that we're going to make bold moves. We have been making bold moves all of this year, and we want to continue to do so. We want to continue to make bold moves. So let's reiterate that promise by typing in the comments, I am making bold moves this year. We still have time. We still have time. You can still make some moves, make some decision. Even if that is the move that you make, is to make a decision that I'm not taking this with me in 2026. I'm no longer going to do this in 2026. You know what? I'm changing this right here. You can still do that. You have time to do that and initiate the process immediately. Once you make the decision, and I'm teaching before I teach. Once you make the decision, because maybe it's a decision that you need to make before the end of the year, right? This is for somebody. Maybe it's a decision that you need to make before the end of the year. Make that decision. You have time to make that decision. And once you make the decision, stick to it right then and there. If it's something that you have to do it now. All right? Brian Tracy, one of my favorite authors, he said that when you wake up in the morning, you need to tell yourself, do it now, do it now, do it now. Stop saying next week, stop saying tomorrow. No, do it now, do it now. Okay, that's going to help you to get rid of this procrastination spirit that tries to sit on us and prevent us from getting ahead. He said, do it now. When you wake up in the morning, as soon as you think of the goal, do it now, do it now, do it now. That will help you to progress so fast. All right. All right. Awesome. So if it's a decision that you need to make that decision and then implement it immediately. Good morning, Mario. How are you? Yes, we're making bold moves. We are making bold moves, not taking this into 2026. Yes, that's a whole message. I know. I know. I know. I know. Hold on. I thought about something as he said that. I thought about something, Miss Gloria, as soon as you said that. So I got to make a note. But yes, we're making bold moves. We have been doing so. We're going to continue to do so because we are ending the year strong and starting the new year even stronger. All right. We're ending and starting the year stronger. I'm just making a note to myself, okay, so I don't forget. Good morning, HM Lugs. How are you? All right, awesome. So let's pray. We're gonna pray, and then we'll get into the rest of the agenda. Let's do that. I'm gonna pray the 23rd Psalm for all of us. Good morning. I'm gonna pray the 23rd Psalm for all of us, and then move into the rest of the agenda. Take a second to share the stream out if you haven't done so yet. Let's get this message out to someone who needs it today, okay? Let's get it out. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you. All right, so here we go. I'm going to pray the 23rd Psalm for all of us, and then you're going to type amen. It says that you agree with the prayer. All right, so here we go. The Lord is our shepherd. We shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside still waters. He restores our souls. He leads us in a path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil. For thou art with us, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil, our cups run over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen, amen, and amen. Amen. Oh, thank you, Hugo. Yes, thank y'all for typing amen. Thank you. So that is the 23rd Psalm. We're going to keep it moving. 179 of you in the room. Welcome. Hit that follow button if you have not done so yet. All right, get connected. So let's get into our affirmations. It's time to elevate our mindset. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself, and then you're going to type in the comments. I agree with that. All right, so here we go. I am capable. I am responsible. I am grateful. I am focused on growth. I control my attitude. I am authentically me everywhere I go. I am worthy of God's best for me. I am patient with myself. I am patient with others. I have compassion for myself. And I have compassion for others. I embrace positive thinking. I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. I am courageous and I have peace. I forgive myself and I forgive others. My spirit is renewed. My mind is free. I have a success mindset. I have a clear vision. I am a discipline builder. I am accountable to my goals. I am innovative. I am influential. I am a winner. I am healed and whole. Today I choose peace. Today I choose joy. Today I choose faith. And today I choose to flourish. I give myself permission to be successful. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission to live my dreams. I give myself permission to win. I am a visionary. I see beyond my present. I think beyond limitations. I create the future. Nothing is impossible for me. So that is how we position our mindset so that we can take the day on with a positive outlook. A positive outlook. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Right. Nothing is impossible for me. Absolutely. That's a mindset that I want you to sit in as we finish out this year and even into the new year. I want you to sit in that mindset. Nothing is impossible for me. I can have that financial status, right? I can have the education. I can own that. I can build that. I can become that. I can heal from that. I can recover from this. Nothing is impossible for me. I want you to sit in that mindset as we approach this new year. Okay? No limits. I can have it. I can become it. I just need to apply myself. Good morning, Teeks. Thank you. I just need to apply myself, but I can have it. I can become it. I can own it. All right? That can be my reality. Nothing is impossible for me. That's right. No limits. No limits. I have this financial goal that I want to meet, and it is absolutely possible. I can have it. Okay, I have this educational goal. I have this career goal that I want to hit. Nothing is impossible for me. Good morning, Esther. How are you? So we're taking the limits off. We're taking all limitations. Okay, stop making excuse. Stop discounting yourself. We're taking the limits off. Okay. Nothing is impossible for me. All right, awesome. Let's get into our announcements. First of all, I want to thank you all for showing up last night for our group counseling session. It was amazing. It was amazing. I'll stick to that word. It was great. Our group counseling session was great last night. If you missed it and you want to be a part of it next time that we host a group counseling session, please message me and I will get you onto my mailing list so that you'll get the notification, okay? And I want to say a big thank you to Miss Jenny in the comments there. I want to say a big thank you to you. You did a phenomenal job facilitating this session last night. It truly helped. Absolutely, it did. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for your amazing work and your expertise that you put into facilitating the session last night. All right. And thank you to everyone that attended. The next thing that I want to let you know, we do have for my ministry, we have a Christmas initiative that we've launched. You're very welcome. We have a Christmas initiative that we have launched. So if you are a family with children that are 0 to 13 years old, it's okay. You'll catch the next one, Keish. You'll catch the next one. So if you have kids, right, you're struggling this time and you have kids 0 to 13 years old and you need some assistance with getting Christmas gift, I need you to message me the word Christmas so I can get you the nomination form so you can nominate yourself, or if there's a family that you know which they need some help for Christmas, okay? They have kids 0 to 13 years old, or there's an elderly person in the home that is 65 years and older, okay? So those are the requirements. Kids 0 to 13, an elderly individual, or a more mature, I'll say it that way, a more mature individual with at the age 65 and older. Chantal, how are you? It's okay. I'll announce when the next one will be in the new year. We'll have another counseling session and I will remind you all, okay? All right. I know y'all missed it last night, but it's really good, really good. So again, for a Christmas initiative, if you know a family or if you are that family with children 0 to 13 years or a more mature individual, 65 years or older, please message me the word Christmas so that I can get you the nomination form to nominate your family or a family that you know that is in need of assistance for this Christmas season that is coming up. All right. All right. Good morning, Miss Arena. Okay. All right. Have a great day. Thank you so much for dropping in. All right. So please, if you have any questions at all, send me a message as well as it pertains to the Christmas initiative, okay? Maybe you're not in need, but you want to help someone and you're not sure how to go about doing that. If you would like to help us get this initiative done, you can message me and I'll tell you the ways that are available for you to donate to this initiative. All right. If you are a world changer and you want to help us get this initiative done, please message me as well. All right. Awesome. Great, great, great. So the next challenge that we're going to move into after we complete this 21 days mindset reset challenge, we will be going into our fasting for the new year. So you do get to eat for Christmas, okay? You get to eat all you want for Christmas. But once we hit January 1st, we're going into our fasting. So we're doing 14 days of focus fast in January. This is the material that we're going to use, Power to Break Cycles. This is what we're going to use for those 14 days. The very first 14 days of the new year, we're going to fast, okay? We're going to fast. So if you want a copy of this book, message me so that I can tell you how to get your copy to be ready and prepared for our 14 days of fasting. Now, if you're new to fasting, you don't understand it, you want some more information before you jump into doing it, I do have a training on fasting that you can get into, learn some more about fasting. If you want that, just message me the word fasting and I'll help you to get connected so that you can get into the class, okay? So you can learn more about fasting. I do have a detailed fasting training that you can get into to learn more about fasting before you jump into doing this 14 days. All right. Is that going to be 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.? So I've been thinking about this for the last few days as well. I know not everyone is able to do the 6A to 6P. So if you're able to do 6A to 12 noon, whatever your time zone is, do that. Okay. And those of us who we've been in this fasting game for a while, we can do 6A to 6P. Now, if you're on medication, if you have a health situation, please speak to your doctor to make sure that you're clear to do this, okay? And if you're not able to do it, it's okay. Find something else that you're going to sacrifice for that period of time, okay? So if you're not able to go without food for that period of time, find something else that would be a sacrifice for you that you're going to pull away from for that period of time, okay? So check with your doctor. If you're not medically able to do this fast, please find something else that you're going to give up as a sacrifice as we go into the fasting. Okay? All right. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. But that was a good one, Keisha. That was a good question. Again, if you need a training, I have done a class on fasting. If you want access to that class, please message me and let me know, and I'll get you connected so you can go through the class to learn more about fasting. There's also a worksheet that is connected to that, so you can really get to know more about fasting. Okay? So if you have any questions, let me know. All right? Alrighty. For those of you who want to work with me, maybe you've been following me for a while and you've been considering working with me, you want to learn my system that I use to go from making $10.50 an hour to now multiple streams of income. If you want to learn my systems that I use for recovery, educational recovery, right? I dropped out of school in the 7th grade, dropped out of school in the 8th grade, but today I'm a well-studied woman, and I'm very proud to say that. If you want to learn a system that I use and that my mentees are using to see success and get results in their lives, all you have to do is message me the word mentor, and I'll help you to get enrolled in the Action Accelerator, which is my mentorship program, and we can work together on your next major life goal. All right, you'll get my eyes on your goals. All right, now for 2026, our theme for 2026, how can I get more information about the executive suite? Okay, all right, Lilia, that's what I was about to get into. Recommendation, I get distracted with the cell phone. Okay, you get distracted with the cell phone. So you got to think about, are you clear on what your goals are? Koki, are you clear on what your life goals are? Let me know. Are you clear on what your life goals are? You say that you get distracted with the cell phone. Are you clear on what your life goals are? And when I say clear, it's not just an idea in your head. Okay? That's not clear. That's not clarity. Just having an idea in your head of what you want your life to look like, that's not clarity. Being clear is you have a game plan that is written out. It has structure. It has timing, which is what I teach in my mentorship program. Okay? Week 1, we're getting very clear on what your life goals are. What is the end destination? What do you want your life to look like? What do you want to feel like? What do you want to experience? Week 1, we get very clear on that. So if you're not clear on what your life goals are or what you want your life to look like, you're going to continue to be distracted. Okay? So you got to first step, get very clear. Where do I want to go? What do I want to accomplish? Where do I want to live? What do I want my education to look like? What do I want my relationship to be like? You need to get very clear and not just having an idea in your head. Because again, the phone is going to ding and that idea gets pushed to the background. Okay? So I'll leave it at that. So more information on the executive suite. So for those of you who are new here, our theme for 2026 is executive living. Okay? We're going to manage our lives with strategy. We're going to grow it with vision, and we're going to scale it with faith. Okay? If you're not good at planning, not good at executing, you're very welcome, my friend. Just get clear, okay? Get clear on where you're going. Yes, write the vision and make it plain. So if you are not good at strategizing, not good at planning, I've gone ahead and mapped out all 4 quarters for 2026, what our focus will be. As the executive of our lives, we're currently working our way through 21 days of mindset reset so that we can embody that executive once we hit, well, currently in this season, in this time, in this month, we're embodying the executive. So once we hit 2026, we're just executing as the executive of your life. Okay. So if you're not good at planning, not good at strategizing, we're going to work on all of this together as a community. Now, there will be a community, an additional community that is attached to this. It's the executive suite. I will open up access to the executive suite the last week of this month. Okay. Once you get in, you will see what our first read for the first quarter is, what book we're going to read, what are the assignments that you need to complete for the first quarter. Okay, so we're doing this as a community. It helps when you're attached to a community that is going places, doing major things, focusing on transforming mindset, accomplishing goals. It helps you to progress when you're connected to a community. All right, so the executive suite will be open the last week of December. Okay. Yes, Liz, it does. Being connected to a community, it helps. So if you want a copy of the blueprint to see what we're focusing on for 2026, you can message me the word blueprint and I'll tell you how to get your copy of this. All right. And then the executive suite will be open the last week of this month. So you can log in, see the book that we're going to be reading for the first quarter, and your assignments for the first quarter will be there as well. Okay. All right. Awesome. Let's see. Anything else? Now I want to do, here's my big ask for all of you. Usually every year I do a live stream. You're very welcome. You're welcome. I do a live stream the end of the month, and it's usually titled My Year in Review, right? I go over the strategies that I use, the goals that I accomplished for the year, but I want to do something different this year. I want you all who've been hanging with me all this time. Your plan is only English. Yes, it is only English. For those of you who've been following me, I need a year in review from you. Can you send me a 60-second clip of your year in review being connected to the Commanders community? I need that from you, okay? Send me a 30 to 60 second clip of your year in review being connected to this community. Maybe you can share one main thing that you took away from this year with all the live streams that I've done all of this year. Okay, so that's what I want to do for the year in review this year. It's not just me talking and sharing about my goals. I want to hear from you all, your year in review being connected to this community. So get that 30 to 60 minutes. You don't have to talk long. And let me know about your year in review and send that video over to me. Okay, I want to hear from you all. I'm always talking. I'm always the one talking, but I want to hear from you all. Let me know your year in review. Send me that 30 to 60 second video. All right, do we have a deadline? Whenever you get a chance. I just would like to get it before the end of the year. So usually for me, I would do it. I would do the live stream. I usually do the live stream like after Christmas, but before the new year. All right. So do that for me. I would really appreciate that. I don't want to be the one who's always talking. And last night was so refreshing. I wasn't the one talking. I shared a few points, but I wasn't the main one talking, and I really enjoyed that session. It wasn't just me talking. I enjoyed that. That was great. All right. Awesome. Let's get into our read for today. Only 60 seconds. That will be difficult. We'll share the rest of it for the new year. How about that, Eileen? We'll share the rest of it in the new year. But yeah, 30 to 60 seconds for this one. All right. Awesome. You can just send it to me once you get it done. Good morning, Lexi. The session last night was great. Yes, it was. Absolutely, it was. All right, let's get into our read for today. We are on day 5 of our 21 days mindset reset challenge. So here's what we're going to do. So we're going to do day 6 on Monday. Okay. We're not going to stick to the calendar date. So we'll do day 6 on Monday. So you don't have to do this on your own. All right. Like we did for the Good Morning Life is Precious for the devotional. We're not going to do it that way. So we're going to take a little break tomorrow and Sunday, and then we'll do day 6 on Monday. Okay. Because I still have to give you the notes for day 6 all the way through. So we're going to take a little break tomorrow and Sunday, and then we'll do day 6 on Monday. All right. Yes. All right, let's do this. So day 5, we're on page 7 for day 5. We're on page 7. And our focus today is understanding hills and valleys. There will be hills and valleys as we take on this executive role. Yes, page 7. This executive role for our lives. We got to understand that there will be hills and valleys. How often do you go live? I want to develop my listening, at least listening to you talk. I'm here Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Melody. Got that? Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Hi, Lydia. How are you? Thank you so much for all the hearts. All right. So you can hit that follow button and you'll get the notification. Hello, Sports News. How are you? How are you doing? All right. So here's our read for today. So what we're talking about, hills and valleys, getting an understanding that success is not linear. There are hills and there are valleys, but you got to process through both stands. Okay. You got to make it through both of them. When you're up high, understand your role, remain humble when you're on the hill. Okay. And understand that there are valleys. And if you handle, I'll say this is not in the book, but if you handle your mountain season well, like not getting big headed, not putting people down because now you're on the hill. If you handle the hill well, you're going to handle the valley well. Because on the days when you don't have that push, those whom you treated well when you were up here, they're going to help you to get through the valley. Okay? So success is not linear. There are hills and there are valleys. But if you handle that hill well, when you're up there, you're going to do fine. You're going to make it through that valley. Okay? Don't get big-headed when you're up here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Please don't do it. Good morning, Lady Lugs. How are you? Okay? Handle the hills well, because what we do know is that the valley is going to come. All right? Okay, great, great, great. So here's our read for today. I'm reading the last paragraph on page 7, and then we'll move over to page 8, okay? Here's what it says. I must acknowledge that there were plenty of disappointing times on my journey. Days when I felt like giving up on this pursuit that I was going after, simply because it seemed like nothing was happening. And that is a very hard place to be in when you show up every day, you do the work, but nothing is happening. Truth be told, there is something happening, but it's happening within you. The physical result that you're looking for, it's not time for that to manifest yet. There is something happening in you. Character is being developed in you. You're getting a whole new mindset, a whole new perspective. So something is going on. Just that the physical manifestation of what you want to see is not time for it yet. All right. So I had that season in my pursuit that when I felt like, oh, this is not even worth it, I'm just going to stop. I had many days like that, right? I had many days like that because I didn't see anything happening. But a new me was being developed, right? A new me was being cultivated. So here's a known fact. We all have the desire for instant gratification. Hello, user 927. How are you? Good morning. We all have the desire for instant gratification. The I want it now mentality. The overnight blow up syndrome. That's what I call it, right? We all have the desire for that. But true success does not happen that way. It doesn't. It doesn't happen that way. We want to show up once, twice, maybe 3 times, and all of a sudden things take off. It doesn't happen that way. We wish it would happen that way, but it doesn't. That's not true success. That's not real success. That's not lasting success. Okay? All right? So we just want everything to just go exactly how we want it to happen. But let me burst your bubbles. Sorry, I gotta pop your bubbles right here. Real success does not happen that way. In fact, it took me at least 4 to 5 years before I saw real traction in that specific pursuit that I was going after, right? It took 4 to 5 years before I seen any real traction, any real pursuit. And then an additional 2 years to build up that global reputation where I had connection in different countries with different organizations, right? So it took a very long time. The person you think blew up overnight had many failures behind the scene that you just don't know about. They've never been revealed. And a lot of times we don't get to see that until somebody decides to do a documentary on their life. And then you get to see the behind the scenes like, wait, this person had it rough. They didn't just pop up on the scene and everything took off for them. No, they had it rough. One of the motivational videos that I watch every morning, most of the times they're talking about Kobe Bryant, right? I love his work ethic. That's why I listen to those ones. Like the Mamba mentality, right? And they talk about the amount of shots that he had to take before getting on the court, before getting all the championship rings that he's gotten. So a lot of times we don't see the behind the scenes of these successful individuals that we admire. We don't see the failure. We don't see the sleep that they lost throughout the night because they're working on this one thing, right? And they've been working on it for years and years. We don't see that. We just think, oh, they just showed up on the scene and they're an overnight success. No, that's not real life. It isn't. And if there is somebody that is their story, I guarantee that there's some level of compromise behind that. Some level of compromise. Think about it, okay? Somebody just pops up and overnight, they're a success. there's usually some level of compromise. If that is their story, that they just showed up on the scene one day and all of a sudden they're a big deal. There's some level of compromise. They signed something, they gave up something, they promised something that they probably was not comfortable with making that promise. Think about it. Now, is that the type of success that you want? I don't. I don't want to compromise. I don't want to sign anything over. I'll do the hard work. Let me work my fingers to the bone. Let me lose a few hours of sleep to get success the right way. I'm not signing anything. I'm not compromising to be no overnight success. No, I'm not doing that. Because it's going to come back. It's going to come back. One thing that we've learned about this internet age that we're living in, people are able to find some information about you 20, 30, 40 years behind you, and it will catch up. So I don't want to compromise to get success. No, I will work my fingers to the bone. I will take one day at a time, whatever my timing process is for me to get there. Hi, Marcel, how are you? Good morning, PR Claudio, how are you? Whatever my timing is, I'm going to work my time in. But I'm not signing nothing. I'm not compromising to be overnight success. I'm not. Yes, you reap what you sow. Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, the person you think blew up overnight, they had many failures behind the scenes that you don't know about. There's no such thing as overnight success. And if there is, again, there's some level of compromise. And we don't want that. Okay? So you can wipe that out of your thoughts right now. The faster you erase it, the less disappointment you will face when it comes to instant gratification. Don't try to sit in that, oh, I want it now. The overnight success syndrome. We don't want that. No, we're going to work, we're going to plan, we're going to strategize, we're going to learn the lessons there are, okay? Because there will be lessons. In a moment, it may look like failure to you, but it's not. There's some lessons right here that I need to learn. Okay. Good morning, Leona. Good morning. How are you? All right. So hills and valleys, understanding hills and valleys as the executive over your life. Success is not linear. So when we get into 2026 and something happens, take it with stride and keep it moving. When we get into 2026 and great things happen for us, because it will, right? Amazing things happen for us and we're standing on the hill. Remember, you're treating people well. You're being integral, okay? We're not compromising. So if you handle your hill well, when the valley comes back around, because it will, that's just life. That's a cycle of life. When the valley comes back around, you're going to be okay, all right? Those who you look out for on top, they'll look out for you in the valley. And even if they don't, God is going to make sure that he appoints somebody to look out for you because you were very integral when you were on top. Okay, you were very honorable when you were on the mountaintop or the hilltop. Okay, success it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Absolutely, it is. So understand that there are hills and valleys on this journey to success, this pursuit that you're on to build that dream life, to live that dream life, to become the best version of yourself. There will be hills and valleys. There will be hills and valleys. So understand that. Don't want the instant gratification. Don't be in a place of, oh, why is this always happening to me? It's not always happening to you. It's just your perspective. And you got to shift that. Okay? All right. All right. Awesome. So hills and valleys. Let's fill out the Dreamer's Journal for today. Let's do that. Let's do that. Grab your journal. If you do not have these materials and you want to get them, so you can follow along with us. We're only on day 5. We got a lot of time left. You can catch up. If you want these materials, the Global Bedroom Move, well, when you look it up, it's not going to be blue anymore. It's going to be this color when you look it up, okay? I just rebranded, but this is the one that I take notes in. Hey, JG, how are you? JG Clara, how are you? Hello. Arepa, how are you? Hey, how you doing? So if you want the books to follow along with us, just message me the word books and I'll tell you how to get them. All right, let's fill out the Dreamer's Journal for today. So again, our focus, hills and valleys, understanding that they come with the journey. They come with whatever it is that you're pursuing, okay? Gonna have good days, you're gonna have some bad days. All right, so the first section, we're writing. The big goal is to become an effective executive over my life. That's the big goal. To become an effective executive over my life. Don't leave out the effective part. That is very important. Okay? We don't just want to be an executive. We want to be an effective one. Okay? Making healthy decisions, learning on the way, making sure that we're hitting our goals, right? We're not just wasting time. Okay? So the big goal, the big dream is to become an effective executive over our lives. The goals for today that you're going to work on. We don't just want quick wins, okay? So you got to figure out, what is the long game for you? What is the long game that you're playing? What's the long game? What is the long game for you? So it's not just the quick, oh, I want some money right now. What is the long game? Let's say with finances, what is the long game? I want my investment account to be this amount. I want to be in real estate, right? I want to have this amount of liquid cash in the bank. These are long games, okay? It's not quick wins. Oh, I just want $10,000 next week. So what is the long game? What is the long game? That was just a financial example, but you can apply it to any area of your life, okay? Maybe it's relationship. What is the long game? I want to be married. I want this amount of kids. I want to live here, right? What is the long game for you? You got to figure that out today. Not just a quick win, not just, oh, I need to see somebody or I need to go here. What is the long game? Figure that out. What is your definition of true success? You also need to figure that out. Not what your mom said a successful life should look like. Not what your sister or brother said a successful life should look like. What is your definition of success, of true success? Okay, you got to figure that out. What is your definition of true success? Not what anybody else says. What is your definition? Because you can say, okay, if I have $100,000 in the bank, if I have a beautiful home, that for me is success. I don't want anything else. I don't need no business. I don't need to be flying here and there, right? That could be true success for you because that is your definition. Okay? So you have to figure out what is your definition of true success, not what anybody else says. Okay? Because this is a thing that is going to keep you in line when we get into 2026 and maybe opportunities comes up. You can say no to that because that does not align with the long game that I'm playing. So you're not wasting your time over there. Okay? So you got to figure out what's the long game? What is your definition of true success for you? Not anybody else. This is going to prevent you from wasting time. It's going to prevent you from connecting to people who are not going in the same direction that you're going. Okay? So figure out what is the long game, what is your definition of true success, and what will you do when you get disappointed? Because again, there will be valleys. But what is your rebound strategy? When you get disappointed, how are you going to pick yourself up and keep going? Got to figure that out. And you don't want to wait until it happens and then you're like, okay, what do I do now? Figure out now. There will be some disappointing event. How am I going to respond? What is my game plan? Okay? So those are the things that you're going to do today for the second section here. Okay? Again, if you want these materials, message me the word books and I'll tell you how to get them so you can follow along with us. Okay, so the goals for today. What is the long game for you? Okay, we really need to reflect on this question. Yeah. Yep. Yes, Miss Gloria. Success is predictable. It is predictable. All right, so you got to figure out what is the long game? What is your definition of true success? What will you do when you get disappointed? Because it will come. Good morning, Soul Vibe Radio. How are you? All right, so here is our mindset mantra for today, day 5. Our mindset mantra is, valleys are not my final destination. I determine what success looks like for me. Valleys are not my final destination. I determine what success looks like for me. So you're not going off what this one said, what that one said, what this one is doing on social media. And when you get that personal definition of success for yourself, you will no longer scroll on social media and be like, oh, I wish that was happening for me. Is that in your long game? Is that a part of your long game? Right? Is that a part of what true success looks like for you? Is it? So this work that you have to do today is going to solve a lot of issues. Okay, Sakina, let me see you before you walk out the door. All right. So again, what is the long game? What is the definition of true success? And what you will do when you get disappointed. And the mindset mantra, yes, don't be swayed by the thoughts and opinions of others. Don't be so emotionally moved. Yes, that's a good one. Don't be so emotionally moved. So our mindset mantra for today, valleys are not your final destination. I determine what success looks like for me. That's the mindset mantra for today. All right. If you want to catch a replay for this, make sure that you're connected to my YouTube so that you can go back. If you miss anything, you can go back and watch it. My YouTube is The Productivity Coach. So get connected there so that you can watch the replay. Okay. All right. Let's do our declarations and then I've got to go. Let's do that. Let's do our declarations. Let's do that. If I could find them. There we go. All right. I'm going to decree for all of us and you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. There's so much power in agreement. And again, if you want your copies of the material that we're using, just message me the word books and I'll get it over to you. All right, here we go. I'm going to decree for all of us. You're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. Here we go. I decree that the Lord is blessing us and keeping us in all our ways. Tatiana, can you message me the word books? Because I won't be able to see your comment after the live ends, okay? So send me a message. You know how to send me a message? Okay. You know how to send me a message? Okay, great. She wants to say hello. All right, so send me a message with the word books. And I know this. I got to check. I have to check. If I don't check, then I'm going to have to pull up footage on the camera to see her walk away. All right, let's get through our declarations. Again, just message me the word books and message me the word books, okay, if you want your copy. It's mommy first, right? Yeah. When you taste success, then... Koki, message me that. Send me that message, okay? Thank you, Miss Rosa. All right, here we go. Let's get through these declarations. Let's do that. Thank you, Lilia. Here we go. I decree that the Lord is blessing us and keeping us in all our ways. I decree that his face and his favor is shining upon us and giving us peace. I decree that we're healthy and strong in body, mind, and spirit. I decree that we're well balanced in every area of our lives. I decree that we're blessed coming and going. I decree that our storehouse, our savings, our checking, our investment accounts are blessed with abundance and overflow. I decree that we're blessed with clear direction and a disciplined life. I decree that the rain of abundance, favor, and goodness is falling on us. I decree that we're blessed with success, with prosperity and provision. I decree that we walk today in faith and expectancy with results. I decree that we're empowered to prosper in our walk with the Lord. I decree that God's grace is giving us speed and acceleration in all that we do. I decree things of great values coming our way today. I decree that the Lord is amplifying our voices and perfecting our gifts. I decree that God is connecting us to great men and giving us strategic kingdom opportunities. I decree that we are victorious in life. That is how we program a productive and a successful day. So now our mindset and our intentions are set for today, and we understand that anything is possible. Anything is possible when you have the right mindset and the will to do what you say you're going to do. So get those things done today, okay? Those 3 things. Hey, Kevin, can you message me the word books? Send me a message, Kevin. and I'll get you the instructions, okay? Send me a message, so I won't be able to see your comment. All right, once the live ends. You're very welcome. Thank you all so much for showing up. Of course, I have to do TikTok's puzzle. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for showing up. All right. So have an amazing day. So we're taking a break tomorrow and Sunday. Well, Sunday I'll be on my ministry page. So if you want to join me over on my ministry page, I go live Sunday morning at 7 a.m. on my ministry page. Send me a message and I'll tell you how to get connected to that page. So I'll be live there on Sunday morning. All right. Have a great weekend for those of you who I won't see on Sunday. And we will get back to day 6 on Monday morning. Okay. All right. Have an amazing day.